Are we live?
I don't know.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I think we were live before, which was a little awkward, but welcome.
We can edit that out later.
Yeah. It's not live or anything. Welcome to our last virtual write-in in September, right? The next one's in October.
Wow. October's next week.
October is a big deal, but we don't have to think about that yet because it's still September. So welcome to our virtual write-in. We're glad to have you. I'm Mariah. I'm the Young Writers Program Director at NaNoWriMo.
I'm Catherine. I'm the Communications Manager here at NaNoWriMo.
And a virtual write-in, if this is your first one, is a chance for you to take an hour out of your day and just focus on being creative. Maybe that's working on your novel. Maybe that's doing some sprints and using the prompts that we planned for you. Maybe that's just sitting quietly and hanging out with other creative people for this whole hour.
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. At the end of it, we hope that you leave feeling refreshed and having some new ideas and excited to work on whatever project you're working on.
Yeah.
So let me just load up my thing.
Francis Fitzgerald asked how many pantsers and outliners here.
Oh.
Like, are you a pantser or a planner? We've probably talked about this before. But
I have. I tried to, I think my story is that I tried to pants my NaNoWriMo project last year, and I pantsed like, let's say, to be generous, like 3,000 words. And then I was like, oh, I didn't do it. And like, I need to plan next time. So this time, I'm kind of a plantser. Mm-hmm. Someone in our virtual write-in last time said, I'm wearing shorts. You know, like I'm not quite in pants. I'm not quite. I'm in the middle somewhere. Are you a planner or a pantser?
I think I'm definitely more of a pantser. I don't know. It's weird because I like definitely have an idea of where I want a novel to go most of the time. Like in my head, like there's kind of a specific points of the story that I know, but I don't bother to write it down or anything.
Yeah.
So I just gotta go for it.
I like to think about it kind of like scene by scene. I have like the general scenes in my head, but like I don't know. Each novel is different too.
Yeah.
You know the book Bird by Bird?
Yeah, it's one of those ones that's like been sitting on my bookshelf for like 2 years and be like, I should really read this. I know this is going to be super helpful, and I just the book is called Bird by Bird, and it's pretty funny and inspirational. And the title comes from like her brother when they were younger. I'm going to botch this story, but her brother is younger, and he was having like a panic attack over homework, which I used to do too, because he had to write this report about birds, and he hadn't started yet, and he just had like all of these like resources spread out. I mean, he was just freaking out, and their dad was like, just do it bird by bird, buddy, bird by bird. That's great. The only and I think that sometimes when I'm writing, like you don't have to do the whole thing. You just gotta go bird by bird. Yeah.
You know, that's it. People are telling us, let's see, somebody outlines the gist, build the world and the characters, and then just let it write itself. If you have some kind of thing that makes your novel write itself, please let me know about that, because so far my novel has not been doing that.
That would be gold. You could just sell that.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
I also really like seeing where everybody is from, like where everybody is beaming in from. So
yeah, so we're here in sunny Berkeley, California right now, although it's kind of cold outside.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to drop in where you're from, or if you're a planner or a pantser or a plantser, in the chat, please do. Otherwise, we might move on to our first prompt. So this virtual write-in.
Sorry, people are like saying where they're from.
Yeah, shout it out. We can interrupt. This is September. We still have all the time in the world. So we could just hang out for
so much time.
The whole hour and do nothing. Freaking out is for October.
We have, let's see, Southern California, Alberta, Arizona, New Jersey, Belgium. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's a lot.
So
Denver,
many.
yeah.
Morocco,
Tennessee, London, South
Wales,
Florida,
Slovakia,
Carolina,
Glasgow,
Washington, a plantser from Maryland, Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Wait, somebody is in the middle of the Puget Sound.
Like on a boat?
That's so cool.
Boat riding. Montana, I think you maybe said that one. Ireland, the Netherlands.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do this every time. That's a great idea.
It's like, I really love seeing.
And a planner from Switzerland. I like how people are identifying this. It's like, I'm a planter from Oakland, California.
Somebody from Alabama. That's where I grew up.
Oh, they're not in a boat. They're in a tiny island, actually.
Okay.
Which is also amazing. Just,
yeah.
I still want to keep you in my head, though, as the image of you like in a boat on your laptop in the middle of the Puget Sound. Oh, someone asked, is anyone from Ireland? They are. Someone said they were from Ireland earlier. Arizona writers, plants. No, they're not plants. It's a combo. It's a combo of planner and pantser.
Yeah.
And a pantser is because you write by the seat of your pants, which is a weird metaphor. And then a planner is obvious.
Yeah.
Where do they make these terms up? This is nano lore. Like, it's been around for forever, I think.
There are still some things that, like, people who've been at NaNoWriMo longer than I have, like, they'll bring something up and be like, where did that come from?
Yeah. The weirdest part, so there's a NaNoWriMo wiki if you ever really want to do a deep dive into, like, NaNoWriMo, I don't know, terms and weirdness. Just, like, do that deep dive. It's run by a woman who writes, like, 100,000 words every year.
If any of you guys know Sushi Must Write, she's the one who organizes that, and she's epic. Like, she just does all the things.
So you should definitely check it out if you ever want to procrastinate but feel like you're still kind of like doing NaNoWriMo. It's a great place to go.
Okay, sorry, that was a detour. We can get into the prompts now.
Plot bunny. Yeah, look that up on the wiki. I kind of understand that, but if you do look it up, let us know.
I think it's because, like, bunnies multiply very quickly, and so do plot ideas.
Oh, like you've got all these
that's where it comes from. It's like you have one plot idea, and then you get another one that distracts you, and then it's just all these little plot ideas running around.
Cute little plot bunnies. Okay. Down the rabbit hole. That's nice. Okay, prompt one. So we're going to do 3 prompts. You can absolutely ignore them and write whatever you feel like. That's often what I do. I'm just telling you the truth because I have a project I'm working on and I like to use this time to work on that. If a prompt works for me, I think, sure, do it. Or if I'm stuck, I try it. But so you can do our prompts or you can not do them. We're going to set a timer. The first one is 10 minutes. The second one is 15. And I set the third one as 15 too. Time and do 10 instead. Okay. We're feeling chatty today.
Yeah. It's good. I think the office has been kind of quiet.
Oh my gosh, I know. Everyone's just taking the breath before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, it's October. Everyone start to work. So this one's 10 minutes. Oh, so the directions are in the description of the video. So if you get lost, you can always go back to it. So this first prompt is about character. All these prompts are about character. If you have a character you're working with already, use that character. If you want to make up a random character, we have a random character generator.
I just dropped the link in the chat.
Great. So. It's also linked in the description. So Catherine, you made this. It's on the NaNoWriMo blog. And if you're ever stuck, you can make up a random character and plop them into your story. So my random character that I'm going to write about today is a klutzy trainer who speaks a language no one else knows.
Let's see, mine is a helpful musician who owns a mysterious amulet, which actually kind of fits in my story, probably.
Cool. Okay. So if that works for you, so mine is a klutzy trainer who speaks a language no one else knows. Catherine's is a
helpful musician with a mysterious amulet.
So those are two characters you could plop into your story, or you could use this random character generator to pick one, or you can use a character that you're already working with. And for this first prompt, we're going to people are dropping their characters into the prompt. It's so funny. So you can use anyone that someone drops. We are going to start out where they live. So we're going to start out big. So picture the country where they are, picture the city, zoom into their house or apartment or tent or wherever they live. then zoom in even closer to their room to look inside the room of their house, and then even closer into something hidden like a closet or under their bed where something secret might be. So you can draw if that helps you. You can just list like where they are to get started, or you can write in a more traditional paragraph style if that helps you. Basically like starting big, zooming into the place and things around your character. We're going to write for 10 minutes. Sin Lost is going to use their own characters since my story is undeveloped. Some well-needed world building. That's perfect. However it works for you. Ready, set. Ready, set, go. Oops, that was bad. I'm actually going to do this prompt.
right, guys, it's time. So go ahead and stop writing, wrap up whatever you're doing. If you want to put how many words you got, or what you wrote about, and where your character is, in the chat, let us know.
It always, someone said, Sinlaw said, that startled me. It always startles me when I've been writing, and then I get mad when people interrupt me, actually. Even if it's my dog, I'm like, I have a moment of just like pure writer rage where I think like, I was in my head and now I'm not. Mm-hmm. It's disconcerting.
Yeah.
Okay. So people are dropping in, dropping in their word counts, which is great. I actually wrote to this prompt. I have 156.
Nice.
Which is okay.
Some people are asking questions too. Somebody wanted to know where we were from.
Or like originally?
I think so.
Oh, I grew up in Indiana in a town near Chicago on Lake Michigan.
I grew up mostly in Alabama. I was like born in Las Vegas and then moved to this little town called Fairhope in Alabama when I was 12. And then went to school in New York and then moved out to California. So I'm kind of from all over the place.
So some people were using the room prompt to get into some character development, which is great. You can learn a lot by a person about their room. So, sorry, let me find. Someone entered saying, the life of the party is here, which I really appreciate.
I wanna just enter parties that way now.
Yeah. Someone named their main character. The Vandals wrote 319 words about how the selfish mother's room shows no signs of her even having children, which is a really cool way to look at the prompt, thinking what the room is missing.
That is
actually
cool.
I really like that. I was writing. I never even made it to the room. I started kind of like Google Earth view and was zooming in, but it was giving me some insights about this farm that I was writing on.
Yeah, I started asking myself a lot of questions, which was actually like, even though I haven't answered them, it was clarifying what I had questions around, because the story that I'm working on is kind of, it's like our world but magical, and like the main character doesn't know it's magical until like the adventure of the novel starts. So I'm like, how different is it to like the everyday eye?
Yeah. That's hard when you're trying to balance like how much the reader knows and how much the character knows. I'm at the part of my novel where like it's surprised they made it to this place. But like if you read in my head, like there's a book jacket, and if you read the book jacket, it would have all this information on it. So it's like it's not really a surprise. And also like I know I've had some writing teachers who say surprises are actually better if you know the character has this secret from the beginning, and then it's the tension between, it's not the actual surprise for the reader. It's the tension of knowing that this thing is happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now I'm trying not to have a surprise.
So Megan Ushman asked a question: when you're stuck choosing between two or more real world places for a setting, how do you choose? She says, this has been hampering me for weeks. That's an interesting question. I think it depends on what scene you want in that setting, or what you're using that setting for, or what do you want it to do for you. Because if it's if you're going for trying to like make a really atmospheric, like they're in a haunted house or something, and you want to pick a real haunted house, like I think that's one thing. Or if you just want like your character to live in a town that a lot of people can relate to, like that's another thing. So
I'm queuing up some music, like I said.
Cool.
But I'll pause it for a second. Also, I would say, and this is something I've learned, and probably other people have different opinions too, so you can share this in the chat. But if there's one decision that you're really stuck on and it's preventing you from writing, I would say just like flip a coin and pick it, because it's better to be writing something and moving forward, because chances are everything that you write is going to change in some way anyway.
Yeah.
And it's not actually that hard to like, once you have a story, to change things around a little bit. Like even bigger things, like, I don't know, like you can change a lot in revision.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes, if there's one thing that's preventing you from writing, just write. Worry about the details later.
I also think if you're and as far as setting goes, particularly, if you choose a setting that's like based on somewhere in the real world that you're familiar with or that you can go to, that can be a really good way to kind of like open up sort of new avenues or new possibilities. Because if you're familiar with it, or if you go and actually sit there for a while, you start noticing things that people who haven't been there wouldn't actually know about. So
Totally, yeah. Also, you can make stuff up. Like
that's true.
I read, I forget her name, Ann Patchett maybe. She has this book where the main character is a magician's assistant, and I heard her in an interview.
Mm-hmm.
The woman was like, "Oh, so you must have done a lot of research into magician's assistants before you wrote." And she was like, "No, I just wrote it. I made stuff up, I guessed, and then in revision I went through and kind of deepened. I did the research to deepen that, which is like cool. I didn't let research get in the way of me, like, and my imagination."
That's really neat.
Okay. I know I like that too, because sometimes I think I get too stuck on having it be like really realistic, and then I think my favorite stories aren't super real. You know, like they have like elements of realism.
Right.
I don't mind if a character makes something up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so prompt number 2. This one is 15 minutes. I'm gonna try to play some music during it, and we're gonna take that same character we're working with first as a character in your story already. I was using the character in the story I'm already working on. And you're going to answer the question, what is this character's, I know there's a typo in that, what is this character's first memory? Write something that starts, I, he, she, they, never forgot the time, ... So now we're moving from place into this first memory. And it could be their very first memory, or it could be, an early memory. Or it could be the first time they remember doing something, like the first time they went into this place, the first time they met this person, just some kind of first memory. I, he, she, they, never forgot the time, and that's what we're going to be writing about. Cool. Great. I'm going to try to play this music. If you hate it, you can mute us.
We're trying out a new microphone today, so I know some people are talking about the typing was really loud. So
sorry. We're trying to experiment.
Let us know. We're trying to experiment and make the video and sound quality better. But sometimes it backfires, so you don't know until you try.
No, now you have to put up with an ad for 12 seconds. I'm so sorry. Okay.
What?
It's just an ad. I mean,
okay.
Too.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
I should have brought my old school iPod.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, next time.
That would be amazing.
We were just talking today about technology. Anyway.
Okay. So here's the music. We're going to write for 15 minutes. Oops. I can't do a timer and music at the same time, but don't worry.
I can do a timer on my phone.
Oh, great. 15 minutes. And answering this question or writing something that starts with I, he, she, they, never forgot the time, ...
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
All right. Let's start.
I think we have maybe 3 minutes left.
3:14. Okay, time is up. Cool. Yeah.
I'm doing these ones.
Huh?
I said I'm doing these
Yeah.
ones. I'm actually using them for my.
Nice.
I know. So people are posting. What I'd be really interested in hearing is the first line.
Ooh.
Like maybe not your whole thing that you wrote because that might be very long.
Yeah.
But just seeing how different. I love seeing like how people start the sentence the same or similar, but go in a million different directions. So if you wanted to post maybe how many words you wrote, or maybe the first sentence of that prompt that you did, or if you wrote something totally different, just post something.
That'd be cool.
Different. Mine was. Oh, mine is super weird. This is a character that's not like the most reliable of narrators. She's got like some processing issues, and so her sentence was, "My first memory is of Ruth, her face pressed to mine, and in the corners brightness, and in the center dark, and her breath in my mouth that smells like tomatoes, like soft yellow."
Nice.
She's got a bit of synesthesia.
Cool.
It's kind of. I might cut that in the end because it's kind of hard to write a character with synesthesia.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that it was necessarily my character's first memory, but she does have a memory of when she was like 8 years old, making her mom's like breakfast for Mother's Day, and then like almost burning the house down. So,
oh, this is exactly as good as I hoped it would be.
Yeah.
Like, it's also different. He never forgot the time that he was told that somebody loved him. Or Elizabeth. He never forgot the time when he heard Shakespeare spoken aloud for the first time. Leanne will never forget the night her dad didn't come home. She never forgot the time her older brother pushed her down in the playground in front of her friends. And then A. Leafheim says, I never forgot the moment I agreed to become a merchant of death.
Ooh.
I know.
I want to read that.
I want to read all of these. Oh my gosh. She never forgot the first time she helped her mother under a scorching sun to hang clothes. I love this beginning because it makes you think the question, like, why? You're like, why did this memory stick? Or like, why is this how is it important? And it just makes you feel so, like it automatically makes me want to read the next part. I love it.
This is really good.
Oh, is there? Someone did have like a kind of dark one. I'm not gonna read it. She never forgot the time that her father left her.
Never forgot the first time she played guitar.
Well, this one's intense. He'll never forget the time his parents were shot at, his house was set ablaze, and he ran into the tractor beam of an alien ship.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I wouldn't forget that either. She never forgot the time her brother taught her how to fight. I love these also because they set up such discrete scenes. You know, like it's not, sometimes when I'm writing, I kind of slip into just saying like, and then this happened, and then this happened. But these automatically set up like, well, now we're going to see this really cool scene or get this cool flashback. Or,
yeah.
Love it.
Really cool.
And that was a longer sprint. So maybe we'll cut this last one down to maybe just 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Should we just keep talking or should we start writing again?
I don't know.
All right,
what do you guys feel? More writing? More talking?
I know that the music doesn't work for everybody, so you can always mute us in the live chat. We'll drop in like the time that the sprint is ending, so you can set your own timer. Or we'll like wave our arms around so you can.
That's what we'll do.
Oh, there's so many excellent sentences here. I wish I could read all of them. Ugh. Some people kind of like chatting too. Oh gosh. Trudy Ann says, can you do some virtual write-ins during the daytime or mornings once in a while? So, Trudy Ann, where are you coming from? So it's daytime where we are.
We usually do them around 1 p.m. our time. So we're in California, so that's Pacific time. It's kind of hard for us to do them at different times just because like this is when we are in our office. But during November, we're gonna be announcing it soon, but we're partnering with some other YouTubers who are gonna be kind of your YouTube guides for November. So some of them will be making like short videos with their own advice for writing throughout November. And some of them will be leading virtual write-ins. And so they're at different times and in different places. So hopefully when we have more people leading virtual write-ins in November, there will be more times that work for more people. So I know Word Nerds are going to be hosting some again. Christina Horner, I think, is going to host another one this year. So yeah, we're really excited to partner with people in November.
And also, I would encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed already, because you'll get updates about virtual write-ins and other videos we post, and I don't really see a downside. So, I mean, maybe there is, but you should. I'm
That's the way to sell it.
Yeah.
I don't really see a downside.
Just subscribe to that YouTube channel, and then you get all those just automatic updates, so you won't miss virtual write-ins.
Yeah.
We will have a lot going on throughout the month. And it sounds like we're wrapping up, but we have 9 more minutes, and I'd love to write even for just a little bit longer.
Let's write a little bit.
Maybe we can do a super short one, or just like an 8-minute sprint. That means you really, really have to sprint because you only have 8 minutes. Yeah, your worst nightmare did the subscribe thing. Can we all just do the subscribe thing? I think there's a button. I subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is silly because like I post the videos usually, but I still get updates.
It works. Oh my gosh, Vivian Morgan said, the time is okay for Sydney, Australia. You started at 6 a.m. here. Oh man, you're a brave soul. I'm not a morning person.
I write in the morning, but morning for me is like 8. I can't wake up that early.
Yeah.
I could. Okay. Thank you for people who are subscribing.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's great.
Somebody subscribed.
Yeah, that past tense of subscribe is subscribe. Anything else you can chat about? People like chatting. I know it's fun to chat. It's fun to write too, but it's
I feel like especially now it's like it's not quite the like really hectic, frantic time yet. So it's like okay, we have some time just to chill out.
It's hard for me to go back and forth. I always say this in virtual write-ins where it's like when I finally get into my space where I'm like focused in my story and then all of a sudden I have to talk. It's like my talking brain, no work now. I can only write. Okay, so Elizabeth Richard says, let's do a 5-minute word sprint to finish. I agree, Elizabeth. Thank you for keeping us on track. You should hang out with us during NaNoWriMo so that we don't just spend our time dilly-dallying. Okay. Oh, so the last one. How to subscribe. You click the little bell. Is it? I don't really know. You can just click that little, if you hover over our video, you see that little NaNoWriMo shield.
Oh, yeah.
That will pop up a link to subscribe.
It's in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yes.
I think.
So my last sprint was to give this character that you were making up a pet peeve and then put them in a situation where they have to deal with it. What's annoying them? How do they react? That could be like something small, like a bee buzzing around, or it could be something like, here's my personal pet peeve is loud chewing noises. So you could put them in a cat. Oh my God. Definitely had a visceral reaction to that.
Sorry. I just couldn't resist.
And I like this activity because it would work for a short story. Like you could do a whole short story about this person dealing with this pet peeve, or it works as kind of like a way to fill out a character in your novel. And if you don't want to write this because you're like, it's just 5 minutes, you can work on what you started in the previous or just work on something else. But 5 minutes to devote to our creative selves.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I'll play this music.
Timer.
And the sprint will end at probably 150, or no. It's
159.
Yes. So 59 wherever you are.
Yeah. I'll put it in the chat. All right. Let's go.
Ready, set, 5 minutes, go.
goodness. Okay. Sign is up. This is a quick 5 minutes.
I know. Thank you for the blesses. I felt that sneeze coming.
You're very blessed. Hashtag blessed. Yeah, drop, if you want to, drop how many words you wrote during that little sprint in the chat, or let us know what your character's pet peeve is. I saw that some people
please do.
were doing that. What are some of them?
Someone asked a question, what would a pet peeve of the person in the hospital ward be? And then someone else answered the thing that I was going to say, which is people coming in to check on you in the middle of the night. Like every 2 hours, someone turning on your light and bursting in.
Yeah.
I think that's super common pet peeve in the hospital.
People who don't say excuse me and just lurk behind or in front of you.
Slow drivers.
Oh,
A pet peeve. Pet peeves are funny because they're kind of by definition like really petty, right?
yeah.
So like I know that it's petty to not to get mad at chewing noises, but I can't control it. Let's see. People chewing on their pencils in class. That was someone's pet peeve. A picky eater. Ooh. Oh, my character is a picky eater and he's on a date where the only food is food that he hates. That's such a good setup for the
nice.
scene. What else?
A perpetually tangled slinky. I like that.
Someone said cracking knuckles, right? Oh, that's so cruel. Why is it when you hear a pet peeve, like you just want to do it?
That's why I had to make those chewing noises.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
We
man.
shouldn't have revealed our pet peeves to each other because now we're just going to let her do it all the time. Oh, the vandal. This is about the hospital, right? They tell you to rest, then prevent you from resting. I know. It's like the hospital is the worst place to get better.
Oh, yeah.
What else?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, people that don't close things. Doors, jars, drawers. Love that pet peeve. That's a good one to add.
Okay, I'm really confused by this one. First of all, it just says bear taxis, and then is clarified by saying not taxis driven by bears, but bears that are taxis. I'm so confused.
Just a taxi bear.
A
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I've never seen a taxi bear. Sorry, bear taxis.
Yeah.
Different.
Anna says people making noises or talking during a performance. I went to a movie and there was a group of people that were talking and I wanted to just, you want to murder them, you know?
Well, it's interesting. So I've been like a dancer all my life, and I have a lot of friends who are circus people, and it's like really interesting to me going to a dance show as opposed to a circus show, because circus shows, people like when somebody does something cool, people are like, yeah, cool. And dance shows, it's just like nobody says anything or like claps until the end. So it's like different expectations a little bit.
I love this pet peeve because the best thing about building, so this one is my main character's pet peeve is people using the telepathy link to talk to her, which is funny because when you're world building, you kind of do have to make up like pet peeves that make sense in that world, right? Like taxi bears, which we all agree is a thing.
Also, I feel like hashtag taxi bear is going to be a thing.
I don't know what it means, but I like it.
We'll make it a thing.
Yeah.
That'll
So
be
like,
like-
it totally would be a pet peeve of mine if I had telepathy to have people being like, hey. And I'd be like, no. Talking during a movie, yeah, pet peeve. Oh, kind of like the cat bus.
Okay, from My Neighbor Totoro.
Got it. That makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my gosh, someone's filming off right in the middle of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows part 2. Thumbs down to that. Ooh, chewing nails. I chew my cuticles, and I thought I was the only one. And then I met people at a writing. I have a bunch of writing friends now who all chew their cuticles.
What?
It just happens. It's a creative thing, okay? Writers do it, maybe.
Not all.
I know. Well, it was nice because I thought I was alone in doing it.
Okay.
And then when I found them, like we share all these stories about getting blood on things. It's intense, anyway. But I definitely get chewing cuticles as a pet peeve. Skybright, people sneezing excessively. I hope that was not it. I feel like that wasn't about me. I just sneezed.
Well, I feel like that's something you can't help, like, there's some people who like sneeze like 15 times in a row every time they sneeze.
Okay, here's a pet peeve about sneezing is when people sneeze like this. Like really high pitched. And I think, that's not real. Come on. That, I guess I know. It's just a pet peeve. So it is 2:05. We're 5 minutes over our hour time limit, and we'll be turning into pumpkins soon.
Or squash.
Let's see, what can we say in these last few moments of our writing? One, I don't want to go.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun just like sitting here and chatting with y'all.
Two, if you want to keep writing after this, what else is there going on? So you can drop into the forums for the Chop and word sprints.
There's a tweet chat going on Thursday, tomorrow at noon Pacific time. So an hour before this virtual write-in started. But yeah, so if you guys are on Twitter, feel free to join in that, and it'll be our director of community engagement, I think is her title, Sarah Mackey, but she's the one who leads the NaNoWriMo Twitter, and she's hilarious, and you should totally jump in on that.
Yeah, that's super fun. That's a super fun thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
The forums where there's lots of word sprints, that's a fun thing. Both young writers and the NaNoWriMo site have forums where things are going on.
You can set your own on the NaNoWriMo site, right? Like you can make your own
Word sprints?
word sprints?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just meant like you can do it with other people.
That's true.
Like, or here's another thing you can do. If you want to start practicing writing before NaNoWriMo starts in November, if you're on the NaNoWriMo site, you can set a writing, what is it called? Personal writing.
Personal challenge.
Yeah, like you can use this like
goal tracker.
A goal tracker on the NaNoWriMo site. And so you could set a smaller goal and say like, I want to write 200 words every day until November, just to get someone put it like this, like you don't start running not at all and then run a marathon. You kind of build up your muscles and habit. So now is a time where we should probably start writing more every day to get ready for that 1,667.
And I just dropped the link for the goal trackers down in the chat. So
cool.
Oh, somebody asked when the next one is. The next one will be in 2 weeks.
We've been doing them on Wednesdays. We may switch them to Thursdays, but they'll always be around this time. And if you subscribe. That's my like push. You'll get a notification and you'll see it when we schedule it.
Yeah.
We usually schedule them about 2 weeks in advance or more.
Yeah. Also, if you go to the NaNoWriMo site under the inspiration tab at the top, there's a page called Nano Events, and you can go there and it has our full calendar of things that are happening. So you can look at the calendar there.
Cool.
I'll drop that link too, just because.
So regrettably, we must sign off.
Yes.
If you ever want to chat more about this video, the live chat you can't add anything to it, but you could drop a comment into the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, feel free to let us know if there's like a particular topic that you want us to talk about in future videos, because we'll be making a lot of them and we like to hear what you think.
Elizabeth says, bye everybody, #blessed taxi bear.
Oh my gosh.
That's our sign off from now on.
Let's make it a thing.
Blessed. It's not easy to say. #blessed taxi bear.
Can I just be a regular old taxi bear?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Also, if somebody wants to like draw a taxi bear.
Oh my God. I would love to see that.
That would be a lot of fun.
Okay. All right.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Wait, do we know how to end this?
I do know how to end this.